is preparation of self-study report in the light of revised accreditation framework. Now, actually, this part of SSR preparation, it should be dealt with at the fag end of this workshop, but due to time constraint and my availability, I have to, I have to deliver this lecture at the initial stage itself. Now, as you know, that we are living in a VUCA world that our Vice Chancellor has also rightly pointed out about this uncertainty, global competencies, and how we are to equip, to keep up with the changing trend and our competency level and to face the global competition. So volatility, uncertainty, complex situation, and ambiguous. And we have seen that how COVID-19 has changed the entire paradigm of this VUCA world. Now, straightway coming to the NAAC methodology, NAAC has also tried to adjust to the changing situation. And ever since 1994, if you look at the NAAC methodology, they have revised continuously, they are revising this methodology. And the latest, this methodological revision even took place yesterday. July 2017 is the major change, overhauling of the entire system. And even yesterday, with the UGC chairperson was addressing, and there was a little bit changes in the methodology, because quality is a continuous process. It is a journey. There is no stop. There is no destiny for the quality. So that is why the revised accreditation framework, which started from July 2017, the whole process is start from IIQA, Institutional Information Quality Assessment, then SSR submission, which is the very, very important part of the NAAC exercise in the particular college, and SSR to be submitted within 45 days. That is a very important, and every institution before submitting the IIQ, they should be ready with all the documents. They should be ready with all the documents for submission. So this is another very important. Admin, please mute some of the participants. I'm getting some sound. Then coming to this RAF, as I said, which is mainly ICT enabled. More objectivity is being brought in, and transparency. Because as I said, quantifying quality is a great task. We are delivering lecture, and how to capture that, even the delivery in terms of the quantity, to assess the quality of the delivery. So the qualitative peer judgment, which was completely as 100% peer team assessment, and you have seen those who have already undergone the NAAC process. The peer team earlier used to visit the institution. They visit each and every component in the university or college, and on the basis of their judgment, they actually award the grade. They assign the marks 100% peer team visit. Now RAF, which has drastically reduced the number of questions, size of the report, and with a pre-qualifier for peer team visit, at least 25%. So I will straight away come to the SSR self-study report, which is one of the very important document, your main SOC, strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges. That self-study, your own study, and nobody will dictate about that self-study report. So there are 7 criteria, and this red marks, red color, which indicate the newly introduced in July 2017, and other criteria which were earlier there, this continues. Curricular aspect, teaching, learning, and evaluation, research, innovations, and extension, infrastructure and learning resources, student support and progression, governance, leadership, management, institutional values, and best practices. Now, there are 93 metrics for a UG college. I have taken the example for this self-study report, a UG college. Remember, though, someone started, I don't know.
Sir, somebody's mic is on.
So the quality indicator framework, which has been introduced in the newly revised accreditation framework, it is divided into two metrics, qualitative metrics and quantitative metrics. In combined together for undergraduate colleges, it comes around 93 metrics and 93 key components. And there are 7 criteria. You look at these affiliated colleges, 7 criteria, and key indicators, 31 key indicators, qualitative metrics, 35, and quantitative metrics, 58. So when we write the SSR, that means our more emphasis will be on 58 quantitative metrics and 35 qualitative metrics. So qualitative metrics has been drastically reduced in this particular assessment, and the size of the report is also very, very minimum size compared to the earlier reports. Now, the entire process is divided into 3 parts. Outcome. One is system generated score. Once you upload the self-study report of your quantitative metrics, then the system will actually take care. System will calculate the values. So that will be system generated score. And then peer team visit. Peer team visit will actually take care only the qualitative aspect, the qualitative metrics. So qualitative metrics is minimum in number, as I said, compared to the quantitative metrics. So more emphasis is given on the quantitative metrics. And another very important aspect with this is student satisfaction survey. This will be conducted by NAAC, and randomly student will be sent the format for their feedback on the college's teaching, teacher, the other key aspects. There are 21 questions which will be given to the students for answering, and this is this score the NAAC will add together. So 3 important components: system generated score, your self-study report, and the peer team visit. So 3 components together will lead to assessment outcome of
slides are not moving, sir. Slides are not moving, sir. Please.
Here to moving in my case now. Now?
No, sir.
No,
Huh?
sir. No, sir. Slide is still on.
But here I am moving. I don't know what happened.
Please share the screen once again, sir. I hope it will be okay.
Okay. Now it has come.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It has
Yes,
come.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
As I said, system generated score, student satisfaction survey, and peer team visit. These are the 3 important components of the whole NAAC exercise, and the assessment outcome of the NAAC depends on your score from these 3 important components. Now, I don't know what happened. Okay. So peer team visit, it is around 30%. For colleges, it is around 35%. For universities, it is 25%. In average, it is 30% for across institution, and system generated score is 70%. So you just see that your SSR self-study report consisting of quantitative data for the last 5 years, which is a broad framework of the AQAR, Annual Quality Assurance Report, because whatever you are actually, I was a part of this IQAC manual, the idea was that AQAR is a mini SSR for every year. If you just add together 5 AQAR, then you will get the full SSR. And that is why it is the NAAC process. It is not that the NAAC peer team visitors come, the institution will have to go for NAAC visit, and you sit together, we sit together and do something and go for NAAC. No, NAAC is a continuous process. And the whole idea of AQAR, Annual Quality Assurance Report, is a continuous process of upgradation. And at the end of the day, if you just add up 4 or 5 AQAR, that will be your SSR, and you need not to worry. But what happened in many institutions, what we experience, that they don't do anything for 3 years. Then once the NAAC visit comes, the time comes, then all the teachers, all stakeholders sit together and they try to compile the entire record and entire data. So this is a wrong process. So it is also seen that the institution which are very particular in submission of AQR, the institution where IQS is very strong, they are the very good institution, A-grade institution. I have seen in my last 10 years of experience, little experience, that the institution where IQS is very strong, IQS is the nerve center of the institution, and IQS actually steer the entire institution in the right direction. And that is why if you are really very, very thorough about your AQR submission, AQR report, you need not to worry during the NAAC visit or submission of SSR. SSR is not something which you need to give full effort on writing reports and all that. No, you just take note of your AQR and then combine this data. That is the important issue. Now, after you submit this SSR, data validation has come. Data validation and verification. This is a newly introduced DBB process. I will just skip this thing because I am sure that someone will take up all these details, data validation and verification process. Then once this is over, then your SSR is accepted. Once this SSR is accepted by the NAAC, then you have to upload this SSR in your website, and the peer team visit will be scheduled after this DBB process and all that. Now, how your SSR will will constitute a key component of the entire NAAC assessment process. Now, in the curricular aspect, we have 100 marks, 100 weightage. Now, if you look at the 100, out of this 100, curricular planning and implementation, academic flexibility, curricular enrichment, feedback system consisting of this curricular aspect, teaching, learning, evaluation, student enrollment and profile, catering to student diversity, teaching, learning process, teacher profile quality, then evaluation process. Evaluation process in the college, you have nothing. If you are an affiliated college, you have nothing to do with the broad framework of the evaluation, but how you actually implement this evaluation aspect of your affiliated university, that is very, very important. So then student performance, learning outcomes, student satisfaction survey. Just you see the student satisfaction survey is a quantitative aspect where the 60 marks is given, 60 weightage, and all these constitute 350. So in a college, the criteria 2 is one of the very important, and in this criteria 2, 350 weightage is given out of 1000. Then coming to this, I don't know, someone is why unmuting. This is then research, innovation, and extension. This is the criteria 3, and here resource mobilization for research, research publications, extension, collaboration. These are the important key aspect for this particular preparation of your SSR. Then this criteria 5 criteria 5 is student support and progression, student support, student progression, student participation, alumni 140, governance leadership. If you look at institutional vision, mission, and all that, I will go fast because of the time constraint. Then 7 is the institutional values, best practices, institutional distinctiveness. As Professor G.D. Sharma sir was speaking about the institutional distinctiveness, about the rural urban issues. If you are a rural institution, you have your institutional distinctiveness and how you actually take up some of the initiative to utilize this institutional distinctiveness. That is very important part of this institutional distinctiveness. Now, while writing your SSR, if you look at the QLM, some of the QLM questions, you will have to actually answer the questions given in the QLM, the 2 types of questions given in the SSR. One is QNM, quantitative metrics. Suppose what is the number of students in the college for the last 5 years? This is there as part of the curricular aspect. And in this curricular aspect, when you assign this data, when you put this data, nowadays everything is online. And in this online process, you have to upload data. So once you upload data on this particular aspect of number of teacher, number of students, number of courses, number of programs, all these are actually quantitative aspect, quantitative metrics, and you have to just put your value, nothing else. So value for the last 5 years. Now, if you look at the qualitative aspect, you should be very, very careful in writing in 500 words, because you have to upload data, upload the text along with the document, whatever the document. Suppose the institution assesses the learning levels of the students after admission and organizes special programs for advanced learner and slow learners. What is the meaning? We know that as part of the teaching learning process, we come across with some of the students who are weak learner and some of the students who are strong learners. Now, once after admission, you categorize the teachers. The role of the teachers is very important. This depends upon the teachers only. So you actually categorize 2 groups of students. One is the weak learners, another is the strong learners. Now, what you will do with the weak learners as part of this qualitative achievement, qualitative enrichment, what we do, the weak learners are actually given some options of tutorial classes. So we have to take, as a teacher, if I identify some group of weak learner, then I have to take extra classes, tutorials for these weak learners. Now, at the same time, I have also identified some students who are strong learners. Now, strong learners are the learners who has the ability to catch the lecture and ability to take up your lessons very fast. Now, what you will do with the strong learner, you have to give some extra inputs to these weak strong learners, so that they can become a part of research, innovations, some inquisitiveness that we can try to imbibe in these strong learners. Now, while writing this particular textual answer for this particular question, you are to actually write the system in your college, about the system of your mentor-mentee, mentoring system of your college, identification of the weak learners, learning levels of the students as part of the initial assessment of the students, and you are to upload the documentary evidence that the Department of Economics has identified these are the students from the honors classes, these are the students from the past classes, and these documentary evidence you are to upload as part of this particular evidence in this qualitative metrics key aspect. So in this way, whatever qualitative metrics we will get, all these qualitative metrics, our answers should be speaking. It is not that you write something which is not so relevant. Irrelevant thing you should not write. Very speaking and to the point, and also this particular within the word limit, 500 word limit, because beyond that the computer, the online will not take. So you have to be very sure, you have to be very careful in counting the word limit, and also the speaking nature. Your answer should be in speaking nature. Then coming to another type of questions. This is a quantitative matrix. Earlier I have shown the example of qualitative matrix, which you need to write in a description, 500 word limit. But now if you look at the quantitative matrix, where the SSR, in the part of the SSR, you are writing, you are giving some inputs in that particular online system, average percentage of seat filled against seats reserved for various categories as per applicable reservation policy during the last 5 years. So we have reservation policy, we have number of seats in a particular college, and what is the data we have nothing to describe here. We are only to put data, and during the last 5 years, how many SC admission, ST, OBC, and all that. These data we have to actually provide as part of the quantitative metrics. And as I said, the most 58 quantitative metrics we have to deal with in this SSR. Then coming to other type of questions in the SSR, when we will go through the manual of the NAAC for the affiliated colleges, you will find, say it here, the weight is given 4. What is the question? Average number of research projects per teacher funded by government and non-government agencies during last 5 years. So you see here how this continuous upgradation is very important. Now here the question says you can take up the project from non-government agencies, you can take up the project from government agencies. So many a times our colleges, our institutions, when we apply for projects to ICSR, UGC, and other government agencies, we never actually explore the possibilities of funding for non-government agencies, private agencies. So this is another very important part of the, NAAC has given us the opportunity that if you have the ability, why not you take up some of the projects from non-government agencies, from private agencies, from philanthropic funding, and all that. So this is another type of questions that is being asked. Now, recently, very recently, one component has been added. Very recently means in the last month or so, and institutional preparedness for NEP. Now, you know, NEP 2020 we have to implement. Every institution will have to implement. And you know, there will be 3 types of institutions by 2030. One type of institution will be research universities, another teaching universities, another autonomous degree granting colleges, right? So 3 types of institutions. Now, in these 3 types of institutions, your college, since you have come from the college, your college will have to be a autonomous degree granting institution. That is the option given by the NEP. So now, how you are preparing now to become a full-fledged autonomous degree granting institution. Affiliation system will go. There will be no affiliation system by after 2030. So all the universities will be standalone universities, unitary in nature. And Assam University, we are having 73 colleges. So all these 73 colleges will become degree granting colleges in course of time. And you see, this is a really a critical challenge for a university to actually mentor these affiliated colleges, and also to at the same time the colleges to equip themselves with the changing situation, to build their own capacity to become a degree granting institution. So here in this newly added component, when you will now when you will go for submission of SSR, any institution now onwards, the description in 500 word limits you have to give on these 6 aspects, the 6 important key aspects: multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, what is your preparedness, what you have done for this multidisciplinary programs, multidisciplinary courses, academic bank of credit, ABC, whether you have taken care of applying ABC. Of course, for ABC there is a minimum eligibility. Minimum eligibility is either A grade or within 100. So ABC, then skill development, appropriate integration of Indian knowledge system, teaching in Indian language, culture, using online courses. So all these are another part of the important focused area. Then focus on outcome-based education, how your institution has, make a plan for preparedness and a perspective planning for this. Then distance education, online education, and any good practices of the institution pertaining to distance education online in view of NEP 2020. So all these actually the part of the NEP 2020 which has come. Now, once you answer the questions which are actually given as part of this self-study report in quantitative metrics, in qualitative metrics, then your important task is to find out, you have to write the executive summary which will come from the SSR. Once you finalize the SSR, then this executive summary, which is a criterion wise summary of only 250 word limit for each criterion. Then SOC is very, very important, and SOC is one of the core pillar of entire NAAC assessment and accreditation: strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges. What are the challenges that institution is facing? Any additional information, then overall exclusive, overall at the end of the this writing, you have to give a total executive summary with not more than 5,000 words, and that is very, very important component of NAAC documentation, because the SSR which contains your quantitative aspect, quantitative metrics, some of the questions in quantitative data, your qualitative word limit 500, you will answer 38 such type of questions that will come to you, and you will have to answer with 500 word limit. And from these entire document, you have to write 500 words executive summary, which is the face of the institution, and the peer team members will actually go through this executive summary very categorically and carefully while actually going to make any assessment of your institution. So the revised format of SSR has to be filled online. That is a very important task. So once everything is ready, then and then only you have to actually go for filling this data, filling these quantitative metrics. And the important part of this SSR, quantitative and qualitative SSR, it starts with the profile of the institution. I'm just showing you some of the important highlights of this particular SSR format. Then this profile is a very simple profile that you need to write. Then details of the program offered by the college. Then these what are the different types of program, then number of programs, faculty, these are part of the profile. Then these all other details of your cycle 1, cycle 2, all these things. Then extended profile. So it has been included now, extended profile. In extended profile, the program, year-wise program, as I said, that in say for example, your last 5 years period, within this 5-year period, number of program in 2000, say for example, 17, you have 3 program, in 2018, you have 4 program, in 2019. So what is the program student, year-wise students, then institutional data, then coming to the quality indicator framework. I'm just showing some of the highlights of this. The institution ensures effective curriculum delivery through a well-planned and documented process. So this is one of the very important component of your SSR. So you have to write the description of your this particular curriculum delivery mechanism of your college within these 500 words, and here weightage is 10. Then upload additional information. Then academic calendar of your institution. You must have academic calendar every year. Document you have to upload. Here you have to write details of your description of your academic calendar in 500 words. Then coming to the teachers of the institute, number of teachers, as I said, QNM, quantitative metrics. Then academic flexibility. You see, this is a quantitative metrics. First one, percentage of program. Then number of add-on courses.
Slide is not moving, sir.
Huh?
The slide is not moving. Now we can see quality indicator framework, point 1 and 2.
I don't know what is. There may be some issues with this. 1 minute. Okay, so now it is all right. Now it is all
Sir, it
right?
is same slide appearing, sir.
Same slide is showing, sir.
Okay, so forget it. So I'll just come to this particular slide. I have come to the end of this. 1 minute. 1 minute. That is the problem of this technology. Now it is moving.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Now it is changed.
It is moving, sir.
Okay, okay. So the quickly, I just want to show the some of the important parts of the SSR which you need to fill up. And you see, these SSRs, quantitative part of the SSR is completely dependent on your AQR. Once you prepare 5 AQR, then you need to put up your data from the AQR, because already AQR you have submitted. In that AQR, you have submitted number of program in that particular year. So you cannot change that particular data. So from this AQR, you need to just compile all records and just to upload this data. Then coming to institutional integrates, cross-cutting issues, professional ethics, gender, human values. It is again qualitative metrics, 500 words. So all the qualitative metrics, we have to write description within the maximum word limit of 500 words. And you need to write, I mean, in a speaking language, so that everything can be assessed on the basis of your writing without including any unnecessary details. Then student enrollment profile and all that. In this way, all the 7 criteria will have both the description for qualitative metrics and the description for the quantitative metrics. And these important, I mean, inputs together actually will constitute the entire SSR. So SSR writing, basically it is not so difficult task, in the sense that you have the quantitative data. On the basis of this quantitative data, you are putting maximum number of, you are answering maximum number of questions in that online format, and the other questions, the less number of questions, you are actually undertaking, you are answering by using some description. So in this way, I am just coming to the last part of this SSR, because this is available in the manual. If you go through the last part of the manual for in, colleges, affiliated colleges, undergraduate, there are two types of college manual you will get. One is undergraduate, another is PG colleges. So accordingly, you will find the last part that this particular the format for writing the SSR is available, and you should in a college, the best practice is to assign each and every criteria to a group of teacher. There should be a criteria 1 to one group, criteria 2 to another group. So there should be independent team who should actually take care this criteria wise SSR writing. That will give you wide spectrum of your inputs, which should be actually come from your stakeholder, and that is very important part of the whole NAAC exercise. And as I said, ultimately this system generated score, this peer team visit, only 30% comes from your peer team visit. In universities, only 25% comes from peer team visit. So accordingly, you just see that how this quantitative data generation, quantitative data, and your continuous improvement. Suppose how many seminars you have conducted. There is a question. There is a question you will find how many seminars you have conducted. How many seminars conducted by a particular college in the last 5 years. So it is a continuous process of organizing your seminars and other things. It is not that in one particular year during the NAAC visit you do hundreds of seminars and in all other years there is nil. So that should not be, because there should be some balancing, some continuous process of improvement. And if you do this, as I said, that entire NAAC process is very holistic, very simple. If you are oriented, if you are conscious, if we have involved into the process, and if you are really serious enough in our IQAC matters, because IQAC should take the most important part of the role in taking lead in the institution, because the institutional head is the chairperson of this IQAC, and since the institutional head is the chairperson of the IQAC, so onus lies on IQAC, means onus lies on institutional head and other steering committee members. So with this, I have just come to the fag end of this particular deliberation of SSR preparation. If you look at the combining entire grading and accreditation process, we have to combine both quantitative part and qualitative part, and that will be the total SSR, and where the marks scores will be given by the NAAC in CGPA score. Then grade qualification process rules for 7 point, that is there. Then there are 7 types of grades, then accreditation, and then ultimately there is a appeal. You can go for appeal if you are not satisfied with NAAC assessment scores given by peer team, scores given by quantitative data. You can go for appeal within a month of declaration. You can go for reassessment after within the period of 3 years, and post accreditation regular activity within another next 5 years. Now, entire issue, try to understand the entire issue. Every institution is unique. In the NAAC, we have seen that while assessing any institution, a particular institution that is unique and that is not comparable with other institution. Having said that, there is a benchmark. That benchmark is very important. If you get A in a particular cycle, that is your benchmark, and that you should not lower less than A in the next cycle. So that benchmarking is at the institutional level is very, very important. And it is not that you compare with other nearby college or you compare with other college in the metro or rural area. Every college has its own dimension, own uniqueness. And that is why benchmark you have to set at your own. Now, yesterday only, the NAAC has come up with PAC, provisional accreditation of colleges. So this is uploaded in the NAAC website. Those institutions, those who are standalone institutions, those who are single faculty institutions, those where the number of teachers are very less, 10, 15, 18 teachers. There are many colleges which are in the initial stage of of quality upgradation, say 18 teacher, 15 teacher. So you can go for PAC, provisional accreditation. Their questions are very simple. Only 2 criteria out of these 7 criteria, 2 criteria is taken into account for these colleges. And you can, those who are first time, those who have not faced NAAC, they can go for PAC, and you can apply to PAC, which is there in the NAAC website, and definitely you can assessment will be done on the basis of only the simple questions, very simple questions which are uploaded in the NAAC website. Now, quality assurance, as I said, what we are looking from this quantitative and qualitative metrics as part of the entire SOC, because as I said, I have to find out my strength, I have to find out my weakness, opportunities and challenges. SOC. So SOC is the very important aspect of this entire exercise. So quality assurance agencies like NAAC, which actually contribute to the quality of higher education through evaluation and accreditation. So they evaluate and accredit. And as a result of this process, they actually try to assure quality of a particular institution. But the important issue is that quality in higher education institution is the responsibility and task of the institution itself. It is not that the NAAC will come and assure your quality. No, it is the internal mechanism of your institution. As I said, if your internal quality assurance cell is very strong, if your internal quality assurance cell is vibrant, your institution has to be very good, has to be very aware about quality assurance. So try to revamp your IQAC. Once IQAC is revamped, because it is the heart of the institution, and you will find that the institutional internal quality components are very, very sound itself. And at the end of the day, as I said, we are in a VUCA world. Volatility is there, uncertainty is there, and we are to actually tuning up to the stakeholders' expectation. Who are the stakeholders? The first stakeholders is students. Why for NAAC? What will do with the NAAC? Because at the end of the day, my college brand name matters to a student, because the students will go with the certificate of Assam University and the certificate of a college to the job market. And if I fail to retain my competency, if we fail to assure my quality, the certificate, value of the certificate to the job market will be questionable. That is the very important aspect of the entire process of NAAC quality assurance and accreditation. And the stakeholders, the students, the parents, employer, every stakeholder, the community, and we are to tuning up to their expectations. And that is why we have a critical challenge to face. As I said, as a teacher, I have to face, I have the first stakeholder to face the students. So if I am the first stakeholder to face the student, I have to take responsibility. And this if I take the responsibility, then definitely in an institution, the quality will be assured and the internal quality mechanism will be strong and strengthened in course of time. With this, thank you very much to all of you. Over to admin.
Thank you, sir. Sir, so nicely you have elaborated all the points required for the preparation of self-study report, that is SSR. In your deliberation, sir, we have noted down so nicely you have highlighted 7 criteria and the metrics, the qualitative metrics and quantitative metrics. You have covered all these things and institutional preparedness for new education policy. Then you have tried to cover the quality indicator frameworks and then assessment outcome, then grading and accreditation process, and lastly, what you have pointed out, that is uniqueness, unique identity and quality benchmark that we have to ensure as the affiliate colleges or the provincialized colleges, how we are different from others. Then NAAC, under NAAC process, that matters much. So nicely, sir, you have delivered all, highlighted all these points. Thank you, sir. Sir, we are having some questions. With your permissions, can we address?
Yes,
Sir,
yes. If you have time, I have no problem. If you have time, yes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one question from Sujoy Das. He has query that, sir, can you give some examples of institutional distinctiveness may be suitable for colleges of our region?
Very good question. And that institutional distinctiveness has been introduced in the July 2017 RF, and it is to, as I just said, that every institution is unique, and in its uniqueness you have to actually highlight. Now suppose, say for example, a institution like Hailakandi College, which is situated in a urban agglomerate, and a college in Katlichora College, which is situated in a rural agglomerate. Now this college of Katlichora College or the other colleges in the rural area, they are having very good ambience of environmental quality, very good ambience of this maintaining environment friendly initiatives in the college. And in that particular context, the college can come up with a park like the biodiversity park, a very good garden, nice garden, garden with say for example medicinal plants and all that. But in a urban college, in an urban institution, we may not, we do not have this type of ambience. So what should we do? What is expected from us? The expectation from the urban college is that we should cater to the needs of the society, the societal needs of the urban people, the students, for building their capacity in skill formation. Say for you have started a language laboratory, you have started some skill development center, auto innovation center. These things are given by the government of India, and you start with this for skill upgradation, skill formation of the student, in the which is not possible for a college in Katlichora, which is not possible for a college in rural area because of the non-availability of experts. Okay, so these are the institutional distinctiveness. In this way, you will have n number of initiatives in institutional distinctiveness. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Any more questions from the participants? You can just unmute and you can have your put your query.
Hello.
Sir, yes, Manish.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible, Manish.
Yes.
Sir, there are two questions, sir, in my mind. First of all, have you since you have told us that there are some institutions which are located in remote area and other in urban areas. So two colleges in different places have different issues. So the the issue like us, for example, our college is in Katlichura SKRI College. So it was provincialized in the year 2013, and in 2018 or 19, I think, we submitted SSR. So due to lack of score, our SSR was rejected. So this time also we are planning to submit SSR. So our work is going on. But sir, what we see that there are some challenges that we facing right now. Some of the issues are, say, for example, ICT, which is not that much okay in our college. So in that case also, how far we can able to manage all these issues which are very much lagging behind. So in those issues, how we can fulfill. So this is one question. And another question, sir, since you have said that just yesterday, another PSC has implemented by NAAC team. So since Assam government has given a deadline that within 2022, every colleges has to get the NAAC accreditation. So if we somehow get this PSC, I mean provisional accreditation, so is this PSC will be equivalent to regular NAAC accreditation? So these two questions, sir, I have.
Okay,
I
thank you, Monish, for your very good questions. Now, first thing that about the NAAC, if you look at the NAAC entire exercise, NAAC wants technology, some kind of technological intervention. Now, having said that, the technological intervention, it is the responsibility of the government agencies to provide internet connectivity, because technology means internet connectivity. You need basic computers, these are available anywhere, everywhere, but you need some internet connectivity, good bandwidths and all that. So these are the responsibility of the state government, and as part of the rural connectivity of these internet connectivities, that government has expanded its network to rural areas also. So for this, you will have to take up this matter with the concerned authorities for increasing bandwidth, because the main issue is the bandwidth. Okay, you need more bandwidth in your institution. This is the one aspect of the technology. Now, having said that, you have other strong points, because you have to analyze your SOC, strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges. Your internet, your ICT issues are your challenges, as you have said. But you have a good, strong points in teaching learning. You have said, you have seen that 350 weightage is given for teaching learning. Why not you give more emphasis on this teaching learning? Why not you score more marks in teaching learning? Why not you score more marks in curricular aspect? Because you have to identify your own strong point. You have to identify your opportunities, and accordingly you devise your own way. And this is the beauty of the NAAC, which is unique, and it is not comparable with your college with Hailakandi College. When the NAAC, if the same team comes to SS College and same team comes to your college, that assessment will be completely different, because they will actually look into the uniqueness of your college, uniqueness of your strength, weakness, and opportunities. The second point that you have raised about the PAC, which is a very yesterday only it is launched. The detailed modalities are not available as of now. I have just seen before attending this session, I have seen the PAC, I mean indicator key aspect, which is actually based on two important indicators, only some simple questions. But of course, there will be no parity between PAC and NAAC, because it is a provisional accreditation given to some of the institutions which will fail to submit for NAAC. As you have said that you have already applied for NAAC, but you have failed to score minimum marks. So minimum qualifying marks, which is required 25% of system generated score, that you fail to score. So that is why you have given the time for again reaccreditation or reapplying. So that I think within a few days, the details modalities of PAC will come up, and I'm sure that this will be only a time gap arrangement for some standalone institutions to come up with to face the NAAC process.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we offer sincere thanks as you have nicely delivered on the topic preparation of SSR, and you have pointed out all the key indicators and how the colleges under Assam or outside Assam, how they can prepare themselves for the NAAC assessment and accreditation. I, on behalf of organizing committee and on behalf of also participants, because while you was presenting on SSR, I was also listening carefully as participant. So on behalf of participant also, we express our gratitude and a bit of your busy schedules, you have spent some time. Our participants, they have largely benefited from your deliberations. So once again, I offer sincere thanks, sir. In near future, we will be also getting your blessing. Now I over to Dr. Romobato Chakraborty. If he is having some announcement.
Okay, actually, with this, actually, our first day's what I say activities end. But before ending this, one announcement to every participant is that you have to take this particular workshop very seriously. Please don't take it otherwise. Sometimes what we see that some participants are joining, some participants are leaving. These things are not actually entertained. These things are not actually encouraged. So you have to keep this in mind. Perhaps you have this total program schedule. Now, tomorrow we expect that you are be with us at proper time, means from 5 p.m. We will meet again. So with this, actually, I actually bid good night to everyone. So it's all right. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you, sir, and good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Good
sir.
night, sir. Thank you and good night, sir.
May I know when you are going to provide us the recording, sir?